Hey guys, it's Curvaceous Carol. Tonight I really wanted to make a video about transgender people in the U.S., for the transgender population, and maybe possibly to enlighten a few people about the transgender population of the United States and on a really big issue about transgender people being bullied. Okay, so I know stats aren't necessarily the most interesting thing, but I really wanted to look it up to enlighten myself a little bit, and hopefully it will enlighten a lot of you guys out there. There are approximately 9 million lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in the U.S., which is roughly the population of New Jersey. Actually, only 2 to 5% of the population of the U.S. is transgender, which was actually a little shocking to me. A couple that were interesting to me: 41% of transgender people have attempted suicide, which is actually 26 times the national average, and 26% had lost their job for being transgender, and then 22% harassed by police. I actually found this story. In 1995, Tyra Hunter from D.C., and I'm from Maryland, died from injuries in a car accident that were totally could have been prevented. Firefighters pulled her out of the car and were cutting her clothes off, and actually stopped after finding her male genitalia. And one of the firefighters was quoted saying, "This bitch ain't no girl, it's a nigger, he got a dick." I can't find anything more foul than that. Once she actually got into the emergency room, the doctor refused to treat her. So unfortunately, heartbreakingly, she actually died in the emergency room of blunt force trauma and medical negligence. Alright, so I watched an episode of the Tyra Banks show. I'm going to leave the link at the bottom of the video. It's on transgender children. The first one is about a little girl named Josie, born Joey. On the show is 8 years old. At 4 years old, she was telling her mom, I'm a girl. And the mom actually, in the interview, felt really guilty and said that she felt like she was abusing her daughter for not understanding and being ignorant to the situation. And obviously ends up understanding and giving her comfort and support through what already is a hard time in childhood to help her son grow into the lovely young lady that I'm sure that she will. The next child was Kennedy. I found him really intriguing and interesting to watch. Kennedy, born girl, growing up as a young male, 7 years old on the show. At 2 years old, he would kick his mother while trying to get him dressed into girl clothes because she really felt like a boy and didn't want to be dressed in girl clothes. The mother actually tells a story about how when she had Kennedy in childcare, she bit the teacher. She was still dressed in girl clothes, and they were potty training, lined up, one side for boys' restroom and the other side for girls' restroom. And Kennedy, feeling like a little boy, wanted to be in the boys' line, and the teacher was insistent that Kennedy get into the little girls' line, and she actually bit the teacher. Will grow into. Okay, the very last child I wanted to share with you was Chris. Chris is a returning guest on the Tyra Banks show. Born female, felt like a male, growing up as a male. They bring him back on the show. I believe he's, 15 or so when they have him back on the show. And he comes out, and it was really, really cool to see. He has grown facial hair, has a deep voice, chest hair, leg hair. Tyra Banks is in total awe. Taking hormones, and he actually said he had a girlfriend and told the girlfriend that, he was born a girl, but he was a boy, and he truly looks like a young man, and I have to say he looks really happy. The other striking thing on this part was the fact that actually his stepfather was also transgender. And I think it had a lot to do with his mom being able to accept him the way he was. And it was really, really cool to see. Alright, so let me wrap it up by saying this episode that I watched of the Tyra Banks show was so eye-opening and moving to me. I hope that everybody that watches my video takes the link and watches it as well. The fact that these children are going through such a hard time in their lives. I mean, you're already growing up and going through hard things as it is without feeling like you were born with, born the wrong sex. These parents that are so supportive of these children, even the mother of Kennedy, she had a really hard time, was really emotional throughout the interview, saying that, she spent a lot of time crying and it's taken her a long time to accept her son for what he is. And I think it's awesome that these parents can be there for their children like this. Back to relate it to the bullying, I really hope that as time goes on, people can be less ignorant and more accepting and be able to understand that not everybody is the same. People are so different in so many different ways. And I just wish more of America would be more accepting, more people in general. I've got the link down at the bottom of the video. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please let me know what you think of the video. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.